I'm a big foodie. Growing up, my mom was cooking pretty much every night in the kitchen, making homemade pastas, extremely Sicilian Italian dishes growing up.
It's not Mama's food from Philadelphia, but
Yeah.
it's solid.
His name is Russ. He bumped that mic, and now he's got a podcast show.
I am Southern Fried, and you're from Philly,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that'll be fun. That'll be fun to talk about.
Yeah. For sure. Well, thank you for having me, Russ. I appreciate the introduction and super excited to get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me about growing up in Philadelphia in an Italian family.
Yeah. So, last name DeMarco, pretty much 100% Italian. Growing up, my mom was cooking pretty much every night in the kitchen, making homemade pastas, extremely Sicilian Italian dishes growing up. So was kind of, super lucky to grow up in a household like that where, you have a family that supports you in everything you do. My dad growing up, I played ice hockey. He was one of my coaches since I was 5 years old. We traveled the country, Canada, pretty much all over the world playing hockey together. So me and him are extremely, close knit. And it was just a great childhood and can't thank them enough for doing that for me. So
Yeah, and I met your dad through the process of doing the kitchen.
yeah.
I mean, mad respect for just how cut and dry he is. I mean, there's a thing in the South where we're kind of backhanded about things and we're, nice when we shouldn't be nice. And it's not that New York, Philadelphia people are rude. You're just right at the point. It's like, here's the point. Let's, can we do this or not do this?
Yeah.
I was talking to your dad about details of your project because he kept poking his nose in it, but it was very pleasant to work through. Like, just this is this and that's that. Let's go.
Yeah, and the child in me kind of gets embarrassed at that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Growing up now, I see
Right.
that it's what you have to do to get stuff
But
done.
there's not a damn thing you can do about it. So
Yeah,
you might as well just accept it.
yeah,
And he showed a lot of respect for you too. He did not feel like he was being your dad and doing it for you. He was just making sure that I was doing the right things and that you and he and everybody were doing. So I never felt like he was treating you like a child or treating me like an outsider. It was just let's really get to the point, and it doesn't matter whose fault it is. Let's just get it right. And I really appreciate that.
yeah, for sure.
So very solid dude. So growing up, your dad, what kind of company does he have?
He has his own insurance agency. So he started out at AAA and then he opened his own brokerage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's up
And
in Philadelphia.
yeah, I remember calling him at an insurance office. And he did some real estate investing in the
Yeah.
early 2000s, right?
Yeah, so he in around like 2006, 2007, him and some investors were investing in new construction projects in like the Fort Myers, Lehigh Acres area. So my dad was raising capital from friends and family, neighbors up in, the north and bringing that capital down south to kind of, just start that boom that was going on in Florida at the time as far as the construction space. And we all know what happened in 2008, and it was definitely a rough time for him, and it kind of left a sour taste in his mouth with real estate. But I'm sure you also in 2008, it's a great learning experience, and everyone knows that real estate is a great way to create wealth. So it was just a great learning experience for him, and he taught me so much from it that I almost know exactly what happened in those times and kind of see it now in this market and understand what's going on. So him going through that helped me a ton, and he has some crazy stories from that 2008 crisis.
Yeah. Yep. One of the greatest things we can do is learn from someone else's experience.
Yeah.
And it's great that he was vulnerable enough to say, here's what happened. Here's what was unexpected. Here's what we maybe could have done differently. But a lot of times you can't really do anything differently.
Yeah.
My family went through something similar. My father bought 2 houses in the Florida Keys, like luxury rentals. And the same thing, the market just started tanking and he sold on the way down, but still preserved some equity. He was really smart about when he did it. Because my siblings and I were saying, no, don't sell it, just ride it out. Well, that would have been the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Because where it bottomed out was really bad. Where he sold was pretty good.
Yeah.
And now we own a house in Key Largo that was bought pretty close to the bottom on the way up. And so it can work out.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that area is beautiful. And I think we're going to continue to see that grow as baby boomers are heading down there. And people are always looking to retire in the South, whether it's South Carolina, Georgia, or Florida.
My family's from North Carolina, South Carolina, and I've been to Philadelphia. It's a beautiful city, and I was very impressed with the blend of modern art and history as you go through the city. There's all kinds of cool murals and statues and all sorts of things with an enormous amount of history. And you played hockey was kind of a center point, and the family with the cooking and is most of your family close by, like aunts and uncles and everybody is right there?
Yeah, so it's funny. We were talking about this the other night because me and my fiance are planning our wedding. And it's just like how no one in my family ever moved out of the state. They all pretty much stayed in the Philadelphia area. And it's funny because I was talking to my dad last night, we're going to have the wedding in New York. And he's like, oh, like it's a destination wedding. I'm like, that is not a destination. Like, it's a 2-hour drive.
It's one state over.
Yeah. And it's just like so funny to me how like they think leaving the state is so much. It's just, yeah, it's very old school Italian, and it's super funny.
I love it. And you're here in Charleston.
Yeah. So me and my sister were like the first. So my sister went to USC,
Yes.
and I went to University of Tampa, and everyone in my family was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm getting out of here because I don't want to be here like my whole life, obviously."
Right. You can't get a good cheesesteak in Tampa.
No, not at all. So yeah, it's funny how things work. My brother's still in Pennsylvania, and then my sister's in Georgia now, and then I'm here. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah. How do you like the Low Country?
I love it. So
Yeah.
I'm a big foodie. Just growing up with my mom cooking all the time.
Yeah.
I was never ordering off the kids' menu. I was 5 years old ordering filet mignon and chicken parm, and people thought I was weird. But me and my fiance love going out to dinner here. So many great restaurants. Everyone's so nice, as you know. And we love it. We think it's somewhere that we definitely want to raise a family and have kids. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great. I mean, the only cities I would personally put over Charleston on food, just my opinion, are New York and New Orleans.
nice.
Other than that, to me, Charleston's number 3
Yeah.
behind those. And we just have phenomenal food scene and anything you want. How's the Italian food in Charleston?
It's pretty good. It's nothing crazy. We went to a place called Coda del Pesce on Isle of Palms. I was very happy with that place. We like Melfi's pretty good. I didn't love Pilato. We also like Costa, which is downtown as well.
Oh, I haven't been there. Okay. Yeah. Melfi's is pretty, I mean, it's solid. It's not, it's not mama's food from Philadelphia, but it's
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a pretty good place to land.
So I've never been to New Orleans. So do you go a lot? Is that why you said that?
My wife is from the Mississippi Gulf Coast, about an hour from New Orleans.
Got it.
And even before that, for a birthday trip, I asked the girl I was dating back then, she said, where do you want to go? I said, New Orleans is my first choice. I've only been there 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
But especially, I mean, it's very seafood based, but if you like seafood, the quality is just the flavor.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And I feel the same way about New York, like with Chinatown and Little Italy. You eat in those places, it's like a different level
Yeah.
for me of Chinese food or Italian food or from what I can get in the deep South.
Yeah.
So
100%. And I think a lot of the influence in Charleston, the restaurant scene, has been from New York, from Philadelphia, and people up here bringing their business down here. It's been really cool to see.